it's Chloe and we're back with another video. This is a Ready to Love season 1, no, season 2, episode 3 review. You guys, this episode, it was okay. It did something, but it didn't do a lot, okay? So let's just jump right into it and let's just get it into this episode. Now, I want to do a comment read on Ready to Love as well as put a ring on it. But you guys got to get the views up. You got to get the views up and you got to leave the comments, okay? We can't do a comment read with no comments. Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, let's just hop right into this episode, you guys. So the episode picks up kind of a little bit where it left off, right? So Raymond is sitting there like, Dag, I got to step my game up. Like, I was in the bottom 2 last week. And I'm like, yeah, Raymond, you were in the bottom 2 because you were name dropping and you got 5 kids. Okay, 5. And that's a lot. And we found out that he got 4 baby mamas. So I'm like, dang, you had 5 kids, 4 baby mamas. You was out here really sowing your oats, okay? Really sowing your oats, okay? Like, woman after woman after woman after woman. You see how many women that was? 4. Too many. 4 too many. Just saying. Men who come with 4 baby mamas gotta come with just a little bit of drama. I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm not going to say they all still want him. I'm not going to say that. But let me just tell you something. If you got 5 kids and 4 baby mamas, you got child support. Problem. So Uncle Tommy comes in there and he's like, look at you, Denise, over there looking like Vivian. And I was like, she do look like Vivian from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was like, cute though. Cute though. I ain't gonna hold you. She did look kind of cute, you know, her little hat and everything. But she does look like Vivian. Okay. So we find out that this week, the girls, the ladies, get to eliminate 2 guys, you guys. And I'm sitting here like, woo, this is gonna be stressful. Because at the end of this week, they get to eliminate 2 guys. And then the following week, the guys get to eliminate 2 girls. You guys, I still don't know how I feel about this process with them eliminating themselves. I still don't know how I feel about it, but we're going to just have to ride it out, okay? We just going to have to ride it out. Now, Joy and Jay are over there having a nice little conversation. And I noticed that Joy and Jay are together a lot this episode. They have a lot of chemistry. They hang out a lot, okay? I saw them playing, what was that? Like Connect together. I saw him picking her up at one time. They over there having another conversation. And her boots that he was pointing out was on point, okay? I was like, oh, them little black strap up boots that go all the way up to the knees. Yeah, those it. Those it, sis. I need to get me some of them now that I think about it. Yeah. So Adriana is over there and she's playing with, pool, okay? Adriana's playing pool and she's like trying to do it. And then Rashid comes over there and she's like, soon as I saw Rashid, he looked like a tall glass of water and I was thirsty. I said, oh, okay. Rashid put a spell on Adriana, and I didn't think that she was going to like him, being as though she kind of ghosted him after their first date, but it seemed like she got a thing for him, so I'm here for it if she's here for it, okay? I didn't see them actually hitting it off, but it seemed like they hitting it off, so I'm here for it, okay? So they're playing pool, and he's all like showing her how to, move the stick and all up behind her on her booty and everything. I was like, oh, okay, a little touchy, a little feely, a little physical. Okay, a little physical. So Naya and Chris, you guys, they are hitting it off, okay? And he says that she's not his typical type of girl. And I couldn't see that. I feel like they look good together. They look like they would like each other in real life, even if they met each other on the street. So it was weird to hear him say that she isn't his typical type of girl. But anyway, he says he cannot deny the chemistry between them. And it's apparent, okay? Them 2 really, really mesh well, okay? So he invites her on a date, and they go on a date, and they canoeing, and they having a good time, okay? Even at one point, they said, even in the canoe, she was like, come here. And she leaned over and gave him a hug. I said, okay. I see you, sis. You trying to fill out that body. I see you. Okay. So when they were sitting down, they made a toast. Okay. And then this toast, after they made the toast, Chris was like, I wanted to lean in and kiss her. But I ain't want to seem too thirsty, so I ain't do it. But you could see it. I saw it in her eyes when she looked at him after they did that toast. I was like, that's the perfect moment kiss. So when he said that he wanted to lean in and kiss her, I was like, yeah, I saw it. We all saw it. I knew that's what you wanted to do. But he didn't want to seem too thirsty, so he didn't go in for the kiss, okay? He didn't go in. But as they're sitting down talking, they start talking about, like, do they want kids and things of that nature. And she says, yes, she wants kids. You know, she's ready for kids, and so is he. And so they're on the same page with, like, you know, wanting to have kids. And she's like, I'm looking forward to this. And I was like, oh, you looking forward to this with him? Kids with him? That's what you're looking forward to? I need to know. And then she was like, come in and give me a hug. And they hug again. I was like, they might as well just go ahead and be together. Just go ahead and be together. They look so cute together. I like them together. So right now, they look like a match, okay? I think Naya and Chris look like a match. Joy and Jay look like a match. So far, okay? And I'm going to even go out on a limb and say Adriana and Rashid might actually, you know, make something happen. Might. Okay? But then Simone did some research to find out why she was in the bottom two. And she said that they said that she was in the bottom two because she seemed guarded. Okay? So she's like, she's going to try her best to, you know, let those walls down, not be so guarded, and invite them in to get to know her a little bit. And I could understand that because even when they were at the table, when they was having the conversation, she was saying that, you know, she had father issues and that her father loved her, but he didn't really like her. And she found herself always having to prove to men that she was a good girl, okay? No matter how good she was, she always felt like it was never enough. Even one guy she was dating, you know, she got published and she was like, you know, that was a big deal for me. And when she told him, he was just like, well, you forgot a period here and you forgot a comma here. And that's when it hit her like, I got daddy issues, okay? I keep picking these men that's like my daddy because no matter how good she did in school, he will always find the bad stuff, okay? It was like, oh, yeah, you may have got all straight A's, but you got to be in chemistry. That's not exactly the subject, but I'm just saying. Y'all know what I mean. So she found herself attracting those type of guys. And that's when she said her and her father needed to go to counseling. And they went to counseling, and I guess they working on them, okay? So I'm hoping that now that she discovered that she has those daddy's issues and that she's guarded, that she is going to let down on walls and take control of her love life the way it's supposed to be taken control of, okay? Picking good, healthy men and not toxic men, you know, who have traits of her father. Because I keep telling you guys, where you come from has a big impact on your love life, okay? You need to get to know the person you're dating, family history, because that's going to have a big impact on that person that you're dating. Period. So they were in another group setting and Brian is talking about, you know, how he's been celibate for so long and, you know, and they're like, how long have you been celibate? He's like, you mean without a slip up? Without a slip up? And I'm like, yeah, okay. So you ain't been celibate. You working on your celibacy, okay? But the whole time he's talking, Alex, y'all, is over there like, so interested. It's like she was going through the motions while he was talking. Like, you could tell she was into him. She was pulling him in, okay? She was definitely pulling him in, okay? She said he checked off a few of her boxes. So she's just curious as how many more he can check off. I said, oh, yeah, she want her some Brian. She definitely want her some Brian. It was very interesting to, you know, look at. And I was like, oh, she feels him a lot. A whole lot. So here we are in another group setting, okay? It's a few of them. It's Raymond, Simone, Joy, David. You know, it's a few of them sitting there talking. And, you know, Simone says, you know, I'm a little confused because I was feeling David and I kind of thought you was feeling me too. And David was like, this is the thing. Like, you know, you just seem real guarded. So, like, I didn't really know if you was really feeling me. So Alicia's like, well, I was feeling you too, David. But you just seem, you know, you seem guarded. And he was like, well, it's only day 2. You know, well, he was like, well, it was only day 1. I had to get warmed up basically to the situation. So Joy is like, well, time is very valuable, okay? And I thought you was a bit of a mystery, okay? Because when you came in, you had on your shades, you had on your hat, and he gets immediately defensive. Like, so did a lot of other people. And she's like, and we called them out too. And he was like, well, then I came back to you. And Joy felt like that was disrespectful. Now, for me, I got what he was saying. He was just saying, like, back to you. Like, you. And she took it like he was really waving his finger in her face. I think they took that a little too out of context for me, okay? Because they really made that a big deal. And I was like, that's not really that much of a big deal. All he did was say, back to you. Like, you can't even point at somebody when you're talking to them in a joking way and make it without them taking offense and you feeling like that's disrespectful. I didn't like how they tried to make it seem like he was a bad guy for doing that. Like, oh, he's disrespectful. It was taken out of context. She wasn't listening, I don't think. I don't think she could have been listening to what he was saying when he did it. Because if she was listening, it would have made perfect sense of why he just did you. You know? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. How did y'all feel about that? Did you feel like it was that serious, or do you think she took it way out of proportion? Let me know down in the comments. So also in this group setting, Alicia was saying to Raymond, like, listen, I'm high maintenance and you got 5 kids. So I was trying to figure out how you was going to be able to take care of all of us, okay? And that's when we found out how many baby mamas he got or whatever the case may be. And like I said, 4 baby mamas, you got to have some child support somewhere, okay? They like definitely a musician. And he's like, I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for someone to share my love with. Like, I've been in love before or whatever the case may be. And they like, ooh, let me take notes. Let me take notes because that was good. But I honestly feel what he's saying. Like, I feel like they really holding his past against him. And they're making it seem like because he, has 5 kids and 4 baby mothers and he is a musician and he did do things, travel, and he was, he did a lot of things in his younger years that he can't possibly be ready for love. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. This man is the oldest man there, so he's going to have more history than a lot of them are. And I don't think they were giving him a fair shot. I just don't think they would give him a fair shot. Obviously, he must have got himself together and, he's ready now. He's ready to share his love, as he say. And I think they already counted him out, and that's why he was in the bottom 2 last week. And that's why he's in the bottom 3 this week. Yeah, he's there again, okay? So now Brian set up a pool party for everybody, okay? And now they like, oh, let's do a contest, a push-up contest, okay? And they doing a push-up contest and all the guys, take off their shirt. So when all the guys take off their shirt, Winter was like, ooh, I wasn't paying attention to Anthony, okay? But I am now. Like, yes, ma'am. I was like, yes, take off those shirts. Now, I know this is going to sound a little sexist after I say this next part, but I'm just saying, I did think it was a bit much when Rashid was sitting there like, now all you ladies got on your cover-ups. You need to take them off. And I'm sitting here like, that's different, okay? Men take off their shirts all the time. The reason why women put on cover-ups is because they don't want they behind hanging out, okay? They don't want they is hanging out, okay? So, like, you doing a little bit too much for me. And I understood why Denise was like, I don't like him, okay? He reminds me of someone I've dated in the past, and I just, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. And I got it because it was like, no, Rashid, you just don't go tell women to take off their cover-ups. Why? Why did you do that? Why did you think that was okay? Now, don't come at me, y'all. I know it may sound a little, backwards because I was all here for the men taking off their shirt. But as a woman, if I wrap myself up, obviously I'm not trying to unwrap myself. Just saying. Just saying. So, Kafani and Denise, you guys, are hitting it off again. They keep having these deep, in-depth conversations. And, I mean, they clicking really well, okay? They hug. They holding hands. I mean, they really into each other. And like I said, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see them being like a thing. But it seems like they're going to be like a thing. Because, for one, Kafani is like everyone's favorite, okay? So, he's going to have to figure it out down the line. But Denise she's tuned in. She's definitely tuned in. And the way her, I know what I want attitude is set up, this ain't going to be fun for her. Because Alicia's asking David, do he believe in paying for all the bills and things like that? And he's like, of course I believe in, taking care of the bills and things like that, okay? But he's like, but if like I'm saying, like, I don't have kids. So if you have kids, I shouldn't have to be responsible for taking care of your kids. And that's when I was like, I don't know if that's what he meant. I think he's saying like you should already be able to take care of your kids, and when I come in, everything that I add to it is a bonus. You know, I think that's probably what he should have said, but what he said didn't come out right. But I understood what he meant, and I'm a mother, but I would want someone who is invested in me to be just as invested in my kids. So we already know that Winter is over there feeling Edwin. Okay, she was like, I like him, and I was like, yeah, he's a nice looking guy. You guys know how I feel about Edwin. Okay, so some of the singles are out and they're playing Jenga. Okay, and on these Jenga, when they pull out the bricks, they have like what you call like things to do, truth and dare, and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. And so Rashid pulls out one, and his say kiss. And he kissed somebody. So he goes over and he kisses Adriana. And I mean, they kiss. It wasn't like no baby kiss. They kiss. And I was like, okay, I felt that kiss. And you could tell she felt it, and he felt it. He was not going to let that moment pass him by. And he was definitely feeling it. Now, so Alex gets a dare. And Brian dares Alex to kiss him. Okay? I was like, how come he got to pick the dare? I don't know why he got to pick the dare. Did I miss that? But he dares Alex to kiss him. But they did like this little baby kiss. And he was like, she got soft lips and I want some more of that. But it didn't seem like Alex was really feeling him. I was like, I don't think she was really all into the kiss. Because the kiss was like, whatever. Like, oh, let me hurry up and get this done. But come to find out, she kind of was feeling him. But I didn't see it in that kiss. And I'm just saying that, okay? I'm just saying that. Raymond is sitting over there talking to Adriana, okay? And Raymond says that he treats every relationship that he's in like a marriage, okay? He's saying like, if I'm all into you, I'm all into you. We're not in like a relationship. It's more like a marriage. And she's like, then why not get married? And he was like, because it's just like a piece of paper. And I was like, wrong answer. I can't stand people when they say, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, then why don't you just get married then? Obviously, it's not just a piece of paper, because if that's the case, then everybody would just be out here married. So marriage does hold more commitment, more value in the relationship. It's a written agreement that you two are willing to work this thing out no matter what. Okay, it's the seal on your relationship that you can no longer date anyone, because technically you are single until you are married. So if you were never married, then you are technically still single. Just a thought, y'all. Remember that. Just a thought. And that kind of rubbed Adriana the same way, because like she said, a lot of the women here are looking to get married. And being as though he's not looking to get married, or well, it seems like he's not looking to get married, it's kind of like, not looking good for him. Just not looking good for him. So now it's time for all the women to meet up with Uncle Tommy and to talk about who they think should go home and who are their favorites. Okay, so Alex is like, Brian is my favorite, okay? Now, remember, Alice and Brian kissed, and I didn't think they was going to like it. I didn't think she liked him, but come to find out, that's her favorite, okay? Now, Joy says that Kafani and Jay are her favorite, but I'm going to say that Jay is basically her favorite, okay? Because she was so excited when he picked her up, and like I said, they're always hanging out. Every time I see Joy, I see Jay. Every time I see Jay, I see Joy. So I think they're going to be a thing. You know, definitely going to be a thing. So Denise says that she's feeling Anthony and Kafani. Now, I'm just like, but I don't get to see her a lot with Anthony, so I don't see, you know, where that came in. But she definitely is feeling Kafani, and we already know that, okay? Now, when they asked Adriana who, who she's into. And Adriana is like, Rashid is my man. And I'm like, okay, claim him, girl. Claim yours, okay? Claim him, okay? Speak it into existence. That's your man. And I'm sure we all know Rashid kind of feels the same way. So Uncle Tommy's like, so who else are you feeling? She's like, well, my side piece would have to be Kafani. And Denise looked like, And she even starts throwing a little shade at her at one point. Like, oh, they would try it with who they can try it with. I'm like, Denise got a little, she got a little thing going. But Adriana says, I heard it, but I'm not going to pay that much attention to it, because I don't know if she don't like me or if she don't like Rashid. But we know that Denise don't like Rashid, okay? Naya says that she is into Chris. And we already know that Chris and Naya are into each other, okay? She said that's the best date that she's ever probably had since she was 15. And I'm like, dang, that's the best date that you had since 15? You know, the one where y'all was just canoeing and talking? Okay. Okay. So they start asking, like, you know, who they don't like and who they're not feeling. It really came down to everyone not liking Raymond because Raymond has 5 kids, and then his comment that he made about marriage, okay? Everyone, a lot of the girls aren't feeling David because they feel like, you know, David comment about not wanting to take kids and then waving a finger in joy face was like distasteful as whatever. And I think that was BS. That wasn't even that big of a deal to me, and I'm just saying. Now, they are a lot of people did say that, you know, Rashid was a narcissist. Definitely Denise, okay? She said Rashid is a narcissist because he's light-skinned and he's into a fraternity, so he just acts like he's all of that. And Uncle Tommy's like, what does him being light-skinned have to do with anything? Let's just take that away. Like, I can't take it because he was like, I'm light-skinned, I'm in a fraternity. And she's like, but it's the person who wears it, and he wears it like a narcissist. And Adriana, don't come for her man because she was like, what do you mean? Like, that's not a narcissist. I know what a narcissist is and I don't see it. And that's when she made that slick comment like, well, he'll try it with who he could try it with. And I was like, it's going to be a girl fight. But nonetheless, it comes to find out that Ryan, David, and Rashid are in the bottom 3. But you guys, only 2 have to go home. Now, what is weird to me is the way that they get to tell them that they are in the bottom 3. It's like the women have to say, hey, all the girls are breaking up with you. I was like, wait, what? All the girls, they got to come to a decision, and then 3 girls separate and go tell them like they, you know, breaking up with them. Now, when they told David, when Denise was trying to tell David that, you know, that they were breaking up with him, he basically had a lot of pushback. And that's when I started feeling like, yeah, I can't deal with this. Like, he's not trying to listen. He's not trying to understand. He's not even trying to, like, you know, plead his case. He's just like pushing back. It was like he was ready to instantly go into an argument and defend himself, and she really didn't get to anything. She didn't really get to the, you know, the nitty-gritty of it yet. So when she finally says like, you decided that you're not ready for love, he's just like, I know I'm ready for love, and a woman that gets me will know it's me. And I just don't know. I was really liking David, you guys. Remember I said last video that he was in my top 3, but I'm not going to say it wasn't the finger. It's his defensive attitude that did it for me. I was like, I can't talk, because you can't talk to someone who's always defensive. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. As they're talking to Rashid, you know, he's trying to fill out where the conversation is going, but they keep Rashid. And I'm like, thank God, because like Adriana said, 2 of my men are in the bottom 3, and I need one of my men to stay, okay? So she got to keep her Rashid, but she lost her David. She lost her David. And I felt bad when they sent Raymond home. I really felt like Raymond did not get a fair chance at love on Ready to Love, because they judged him a whole lot, okay? I don't think it was fair. I mean, I understand it. Like I said, I get it. But, like, he's the oldest. And I'm sure by now he has worked out all his kinks. And he's discovered who he is. And I think that's why he was ready for love. So I kind of wish he could have stayed a little bit longer, and they would have gave him a little bit more chance. But he's gone, y'all. He's gone, and so is David. And I kind of like David. But like I said, that pushback attitude is a turnoff. Definitely a turnoff. You guys, let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments. If we get them comments up and them views up, I'll see y'all in the comment read later on this week. But until then, don't forget to hit that like button, press that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and then I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.